Hello there friends, welcome back. In today's video, we'll be exploring a fascinating journey together. We will be uncovering the process of extracting YouTube video statistics tailored to specific niches and transforming them into a dashboard in Power BI with super search capabilities. Are you intrigued? I'm going to take you through each step of the process, starting from gaining access to YouTube API to fetch the data using a Python script embedded within Power BI, and finally develop the dashboard in Power BI with super search capabilities. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back and watch. The first thing we need to do is activating the API connection. To do this, you go to the following website, you log in with your Gmail, and you create a project. By default, it will create for you a project called My First Project. You can also create a new project. Let's name it, for example, YouTube Stats, and click Create. It's creating the project right now. And here you go, the project is created. Once created, you can click on Select Project, or you can navigate to the project from the drop down here. So we have created a project. The next step is to enable YouTube API. To do this, we need to go to APIs and services. You can find it here from the quick access, or you can find it also from the menu here. API and services, enable APIs and services. Click. In the search type, YouTube, and you can see here YouTube Data API v3. Click on this. So what you need to do here is to click Enable. And that's it, you have the YouTube Data API enabled for this project. The next thing we need to do here is creating the API key. From the API and services, you select credentials, and from the top here you select create credentials, and you select API key. And we have the API key created. So whenever you make a YouTube API call, you need to use this key. So keep it available, but you can always access it from here, from credentials. You can go to show key and you can see it again. There's one important thing you need to remember. You have a quota for each day for the number of queries or API calls you can make. And you can check it from, again, API services, and from the list here you go to YouTube Data API and you click on quotas, and you can see how many queries per day you're allowed to do. You have a limit of 10,000. Whenever you start using this, you can come here and see how much you have consumed from the daily limit. And that's it. Now we have the API call is enabled for YouTube, and we have the API key. We're ready to use Python to fetch data from this API. But before we do that, let's define the parameters we're gonna use. The first parameter we'll pass is the search parameter, and for that we'll pass the niches we're trying to search videos for. For our example here, we're gonna use 4 search parameters: Power BI, Business Intelligence, Data Science, and Python. Next parameter we're gonna define is the location, where we pass the coordinates of the location of the published videos. And another parameter we define the location radius. So based on those 2 parameters, we can limit the search within a certain geographical area. Next parameter is the type. So you need to tell YouTube API whether you're trying to retrieve data about videos, channels, or playlists. Next parameter is the maximum results, and for that the limit is 50 per one call. So you can define it between 1 and 50. Next, we're gonna define the order, and for our example, we're gonna use the view count. So if you have the maximum result is 30, for example, you will get the top 30 videos with maximum view counts. And the last parameter we're gonna use here is the part. You need to inform the API what is the information you're trying to retrieve, and for that we have, for example, the ID, the snippet, and the statistics. And those are the parameters we need to make the API call. Now we're ready to start developing the code. And to do that, we'll start from Google Colab just to visualize the outputs from this code before we embed it in PowerBI. First, we make a call for the build, which we're gonna use to make the calls, and then we provide the API key. Then we create an API client. Then we define the search parameters, and as we said, we're gonna search for these 4 niches. Next, we put a for series to go through each of the niches and provide the videos for that, and we pass the parameters. For our example here, we're not gonna use the location, we're just gonna get the global search to get 30 results based on the view counts for each of those niches. So here we execute it, then we extract the data for the videos. Of course, we start searching for videos. Then we iterate through the videos and we get the snippet and the statistics and the content details. And then we start to extract the data from it. And then we get the channel details for the video. And here we get all the video details and the metadata, including those fields, search parameter, rank, video title, and so on and so forth. And finally, we put all the results in one data frame. So if we run this code, let's run it again. We get all the data we need, including the tags, the description, the like counts, comments counts, the channel details, and also the creation and publish dates and the durations. So this is the code we're gonna use. It's ready now. We can now embed it inside PowerBI. Next, to be able to run a Python script within PowerBI, we need to make sure that we have Python installed in our local machine. And to do this, if you don't have it installed, you can go to python.org/downloads. Just download the latest version from here. Once downloaded, you can run it. And because I have it installed, it gives me the modify option or repair. But for you, it will go through the setup process. Just follow the instruction and keep the default installation setup. Once you have it installed, we need to install the Google Client Library. I have it ready in a text file. You'll find it in a link in the description. Just copy this and go to OpenCMD and just paste it and hit enter. Because I have it installed, it gives me a message that requirements are already satisfied. So now we go to PowerBI. Let's make sure that PowerBI is linked to Python. And to do this, we go to File, Options and Settings, Options, and go to Python Scripting. And make sure that Python installation folder is mapped here. Usually it's automatically detected, but if you can't find it here, you can go to others and browse to it. So now after you map it here, you click OK, and now you have Python linked to PowerBI. Now let's go to transform data. We start by enter data, and we pass in the search parameters. After we add the 4 search parameters, we can rename also this column to search parameters. And we name the table YouTube API, and let's click OK. So we have the table. You can always update the entries if you go from here to source. So you click on the gear, and you can add more rows or delete rows. Now we want to run the Python script. To do this, we go to transform, run Python script and we paste the code here. So let's just paste it here. There's one small change here we have done, that we defined the search parameters to read from dataset search parameters. So we provide dataset and the column name search parameter. You can always use dataset to refer to the previous step in the query. So click OK. So now we have the results here. We just click on the F table and here we go, we have all the metadata loaded. We have all the information we need and we can now close and apply. Okay guys, we're at the last part of this tutorial. We will develop the PowerBI dashboard to search the data we collected using the YouTube API. This is the API data loaded in this table. As a start, we want to do some transformation on these columns. If you notice, I didn't do the transformation in the Power query because I don't want to add extra steps up there and make it slower. Instead, we'll take it as is. They all come as text. We'll do some transformation here. So let's go and look at the different fields, and we can convert the fields as needed from here, from data type, and we click OK. And we'll just do the same for the other numbers, for example subscribers and view counts and so on. Now we have the fields in a number format. The next thing, we want to convert also the date columns. For example, we have here published date, and this column has both date and time, so you can't convert it directly from here. It will give you an error. So we'll create a calculated column to extract the date and the time. To do this, we'll just create a new column, right click, new column, and paste. I have it ready. So this will extract only the date from the published date column, commit. Another calculated column we'll create to extract the time. So let's create a new column. So this will extract the time from the published date column, commit. And once you extract it, you see it comes as a date. You just need to convert it from data type to time. And now we have it in time format. We'll create one more column for the channel creation date. Just the same way, right click, new column, and extract only the date. Commit. The final column we're gonna create is a column that will merge all the text fields into one single column. And we'll use this column to allow advanced search for the data. So to do this, we're just gonna right click, new column, and paste. So simply this search field will merge those columns into one single column. Let's commit. And now we have everything we need to start building the dashboard. We'll start by adding a simple table. Let's select the table and start adding the important fields to it. We start by the video title, video ID. We can add the view counts, the likes counts, the published date, time. Let's convert this just to a date. And we can add now the channel information, for example the channel title, the channel type, the country, the creation date. We'll add the calculated column for it. Again, let's convert this to date. And you just add as many fields as you want. Let's add the tags, for example, to move it up. You can rename those, remove the sum. So now we have the table. Let's do some simple formatting for this table. From general, effect, turn off the background, add borders with 10 rounded corners, shadows, put it in the center. And also from visual, you can change the style, select bold headers, you can change the column headers, the background color, maybe use this. And we can, if you want, to turn off the totals, so we only have the videos. Next, we want to see the description, and for this we'll create a separate page. Let's first name this page search and the other page description. We just again add the background as usual, convert to fit, transparency to 0, and in here we just add again a table. Can make it full screen and add here the video description. So we can see we have the full video description, and we'll use this page as drill through, so we need to add a drill through field, and for that we're gonna use the video ID. So if you right click in any of those videos, you see the drill through option. You can go to the description and you can see drill through to the data for this video. Another one, description, you can see the description for this video, and so on. Now we want to add the search capability, and to do this we will download one visual from the marketplace, go to import or get more visuals, and type in the search box search. You'll find this text filter, click add, and now it's imported. Let's just use it here, resize it, and we just feed into this visual the search field we created. Let's just format it. We remove the title, from effect, turn off the background, and add the borders, and also shadows. So whatever you search here, it's a free text, you type it in, it will look for this text and filter the below table for you. For example, let's look for artificial intelligence. After you hit enter, you can find it filters those videos for us. You can select any one of them, right click, drill through. Also we can see the description, and if you want to clear the filter, you just come here and click, and we have the dashboard ready now. And there you have it, my friends. If you're eager to explore the dashboard we just crafted in this video, you'll find it in a link in the description. Just remember, after you download it, to replace the API key and update the search parameters to suit your requirements. I hope you found this tutorial valuable. Don't be shy, hit the like button, leave comments with your thoughts, and if you're new here, subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you on board. But wait, there is more. In the next part of this project, we'll take things a step further. We'll delve deeper into the data we collected using the API and see where things will take us. So stay tuned and keep exploring. Peace.